Tom should bring you some business news now on the programme. Boeing is facing fresh questions over product quality after one of its planes, I'm sure you saw over the weekend, lost a door mid-flight. Keris Garland from our business desk is here to tell us all about it, Keris.
That's right, Stuart. So thankfully, no one was seriously injured in this incident, but it was alarming enough for the US aviation regulator to ground 171 planes pending investigation. The Alaskan Airlines aircraft, a Boeing 737 MAX, was going from Portland to Ontario and was only 6 minutes into the flight when one of its doors was suddenly ripped off. The aircraft was actually brand new. It was completed in October and started flying in November and had only made 145 trips. An investigation is underway and CEO Dave Calhoun has called a safety meeting for Tuesday to address the company's response to the incident. Well, the Federal Aviation Administration's call to ground 171 planes has primarily affected airlines in the US. Alaska Airlines has grounded 65 jets and cancelled more than 200 flights across 2 days. United has grounded 46 planes, both Aeromexico and Copa Airlines, each about 20, while Turkish Airlines has grounded 5 aircraft. Well, it's the latest in a series of setbacks for the Boeing 737 MAX. The jet entered production in 2015, making its first flight the following year. Then, in October, one of its planes, operated by Lion Air, crashed, killing 189 people. A year later, 2019, another crash operated by Ethiopian Airlines killed all 157 people on board. It led to the grounding of the jet and a halt in its production. That was until the FAA reauthorized flights in November 2020. Finally, before Friday's incident, it was advised the jet be checked for loose hardware after an international operator discovered a bolt with a missing nut during routine maintenance. Well, this surely is not what Boeing was hoping for as it seeks to step up aircraft deliveries. In 2023, the company delivered half the number of Airbus planes, its European competitor. Well, that's as Boeing shares took a tumble in Frankfurt this Monday, trading about 7% lower there. That's as competitor Airbus shares were up just under 1%. Meanwhile, the major European markets opened mixed. The FTSE down 0.3%, the Paris CAC 40 losing just over 0.1%, and the Frankfurt DAX in the green, 0.1% higher there. And major Asia-Pacific markets reversed earlier gains, with Hong Kong stocks leading losses in the region. The Hang Seng down just over 2%, the Shanghai Composite down 1.4%, and the Kospi in Seoul losing 0.4%. US congressional leaders have reached a deal on spending levels for the current fiscal year, which could avoid a partial government shutdown later this month. The overall spending budget of $1.59 trillion allocates $886 billion to military spending and $704 billion to non-defense spending. That's according to Republican House Speaker Mike Johnson, though there appears to be some discrepancy over the non-defense spending figure with Democrats. The leaders are now hoping for approval from the House and Senate ahead of a key January 19 deadline when funding runs out for many federal agencies, while funds for the rest of the government expire on February 2nd. Billed as one of the biggest technology shows in the world, the Consumer Electronics Show will open its doors in Las Vegas on Tuesday. Organizers say the expo will be bigger than ever before, with artificial intelligence and sustainability set to play a big role. However, the projected number of visitors, 130,000, is still below headcounts seen in pre-pandemic days. Nick Rushworth has more.
The last preparations are underway for what is billed as the world's largest consumer tech trade show. CES, formerly known as the Consumer Electronics Show, is a glimpse of the world to come. It runs in Las Vegas from the 9th to the 12th of January.
CES is going to be phenomenally big. It is 2.5 million net square feet of exhibit space, over 4,000 exhibitors, including over 1,200 startups. We expect to get around 130,000 people from around the world, more than 1 out of 3 from outside the United States, and the amount of innovation is going to be exceptional.
The event will showcase more than ever the increasing uses of artificial intelligence with machine learning in a range of products, whether it's in the car industry or household appliances.
This is going to be the CES of artificial intelligence, whatever that means. Because we've seen that artificial intelligence, especially with generative artificial intelligence, in 2023 was like every headline. And now this year we're going to see how companies are going to, let me pass the term, milk that cow.
The CES will have fewer visitors compared to before the COVID pandemic. There will be more people, though, than last year. Analysts will be looking to see if the show signals a sustained recovery in the tech sector after a period of crisis. It's estimated around 365,000 tech jobs were lost globally between early 2022 and mid-2023.
And we'll be covering that expo as it takes place, Stuart.